welcome to Rise of the Podcast. I'm Master Chief.
I'm Kara.
And I'm the Arbiter, and I'm Brownie.
I totally should have said Cat, because Cat is one of the characters, and is that 3 or 4?
Reach. Halo Reach.
So Reach, and then my older brother calls me Cat, so I should have said I'm Cat.
Swanky, you did derail me because I was so worried about replying to your ice cream
100%.
comment.
You did. So right before he replied to your comment, Swanky, I was like, don't forget to hit record.
And I was like, yeah, I got to reply to this comment.
Yeah. He's like, oh, Swanky derailed me. We're going to start late.
And make sure during her surprise, Chris, you have her angle, because we're going to need to get a copy of that later.
Oh, this is the angle I'm going to use.
Ah!
You guys didn't know that I had cut to black, did you?
Did not.
No. So it's going to be kind of fun. Tonight's going to be really, really fun. So this
is going to be really, really fun, though.
This has a story. I've even called some people in. So everybody knows I've got so many stories. It's like, I can't stop. I've got so many stories.
I can't fade to black. I can only cut to black. Sorry.
Kara and I's anniversary is coming up, so I'm going to do a little anniversary surprise.
I mean, congratulations.
In about 15 minutes. Oh my goodness. It can't be stopped, Chris. No one can help themselves.
Well, I guess I'll just stay on Jeremy's
You're so
angle.
funny.
What a
Kara's
jerk.
committed. Now you're Cat.
Cat wear blue.
Well,
You're wearing blue.
yeah,
Cat-
you're wearing blue.
Well, her helmet and everything was
What if
blue.
it got shot off and she had to borrow Chiefs?
I don't think
Then
you're allowed to
what's
take
Chief
them off.
gonna wear?
This isn't a Mandalorian. You can remove your helmet.
I'm a Spartalorian.
But anyway, so our anniversary is coming up, so that we're going to do something fun here at about a quarter after.
Swanky says a husband remembering an anniversary? That's like a lifetime pass on
I was
screw
gonna say, Jeremy, when's our anniversary?
26th of July.
David Wallen says, hey, you guys.
Hey, David.
I may have called some people to make sure they're going to show up
Oh
tonight.
my gosh, I am very curious as to what this is because
I hope
of
it's a
how,
pie in the face.
I hope so. Well, I told her.
If it was a pie in the face,
I said I turned the studio into a water park.
That would make me very unhappy.
And the other thing
it'd be like Star vs. the Force of People when she turns Marco's house into a water park.
That's true. Otherwise, I said she is Fire Nation, so I hired a fire breather to come down here and teach her how to breathe fire.
hilarious.
That would be,
funny.
as a standalone video, that would be amazing. We teach you
Lord.
fire breathing, Kara.
That would be pretty sick.
But all they do is like put alcohol in their mouth.
So what?
And
David said he was planning on being here anyway, so
I was
F off. I made that last part out.
didn't you try fire breathing one time?
No, I cannot tell.
I tried sword
Okay,
swallowing
fine.
that one time.
Yeah. Anyways, so it's
Guardian Angels 24. I don't on YouTube. Is that somebody we
That's
know?
Al.
yeah, that's
isn't it?
Al.
Oh, Al.
Yep.
That's a sweet username. We have not missed anything yet. Literally, Jeremy was wearing a helmet, and then he was telling.
Wait, how many people did you call to watch
I'm
this
just saying,
thing?
it's it's fun. It's
I'm
fun.
nervous. What's
It
he
ups
gonna
the
do?
numbers.
Like,
Brad says Jeremy was just bad breath, not fire.
But if anybody who knows me knows I can't wait for surprises. So as you can see,
Literally cannot.
It's 16 days early, but there's no way I could hold this as a secret for the next 16 days.
I even know what the other. I know what one gift is, but that's not.
Oh, Guardian Angels is Nissa, not Al.
Oh,
sorry.
so
Nissa.
she's watching
Correction.
tonight. They share.
they,
Swanky
though?
says we need to keep derailing you so you never get to your point. We gotta
no,
go
we'll get there.
90 minutes of just stopping Jeremy from talking about the one
Isn't
thing
that
he
what
wants
it
to talk
always
about.
is?
Well, no, because he gets to his point eventually. This is like we have to grandstand Jeremy instead of him grandstanding us.
But I've been teasing Kara because this angle we'll clip it, but I'll probably just get a fresh camera feed from you, Chris, of it going down. There's something we
Okay.
can do with the footage
It's going down
after the fact, and I didn't get a chance to talk to you about this. That's what's
I'm
kinda
eating
fun.
nachos. I don't know what the next line is.
I'm yelling timber.
Nachos is way better. Sorry, that song is flawed.
I'd rather eat nachos than yell timber as well. So I'm just saying.
Gabe says that the secret is a trip to Puerto Rico.
Oh, hey, Gabe, I watched your video. So Gabe shared a really funny video of people reacting to Puerto Rican foods, and they like had empanadas and some other stuff. And I was like, now I really, really, really want to try some Puerto Rican food. But Gabe, even I feel like what was in the video, you guys probably have some dishes that you make that probably weren't even in that video. So tell us some foods that you like. Well, Gabe, what's
Well, yeah,
What's
I
the
mean-
super
Rican-
secret best Puerto Rican thing ever?
Exactly, I want to know because that video just. Oof.
That's what always happens. People go and they try like the standards, the one that a country is known for.
Well, what's America's super secret food?
Pizza and cheeseburgers.
Well, not secret, but it's our like.
I mean, that's what
Well, no,
we,
so that's what we're known for. But like,
Right.
what would you be like? Okay, well, you're in America.
Hot dish.
This is what you need to try. That's like Midwest. Like we have to pick as a country.
I don't know.
What do we make really good?
I feel like America's the melting pot of all foods.
So fondue.
What about fusion foods?
No,
I feel
because
like
then you're taking from different cultures then.
maybe steak. Like if you go somewhere that actually prepares a steak well.
Okay, well, here's the sad thing. Best steak I've ever had in my life was in Kosovo.
Best steak I've ever had in my life was in Florida.
The best, I don't know, I've only had like 3 steaks. I don't eat a lot of steak.
I love steak. Oh,
Swanky says hot dogs are America's secret food.
I suppose if you had those
Brats,
prepared
hot dogs,
correctly.
yeah.
Well, see, like
Well, so this is what I would say is fried chicken.
okay.
People don't think of fried chicken as an American food.
But it really
I
is.
feel
It's a
like
southern
that's like
dish,
a
for sure.
cornerstone food in America.
Yeah, if you make it right.
Yeah, like you season it just right,
Oh,
like the Cajun chicken and
Clyde's.
Oh, Clyde's is good too.
Clyde's.
I was thinking the Cajun King in Oklahoma City does amazing chicken.
Well, see, their catfish was to die for, though. Their catfish was, remember the all-you-can-eat catfish?
Yeah, well, I'm not fond of fish, so I didn't try
Yeah.
any of that. But their chicken is amazing.
Yeah, their catfish was really
I
good.
know every country does fried chicken, but I think that's the sleeper pick
Who
for the
said
United
that?
States. The sleeper pick for the U.S. is chicken.
Who said that?
Yeah, Swanky.
Oh, of course.
Gabe says the best Puerto Rican food to date is Monfogo Relleno de Pollo. So something chicken.
Something chicken, yeah.
I want to try it.
Well, we just got to go and visit Gabe. Once Chip's a little older, we'll leave him with my parents for a long weekend. And you and I will fly down and hang out with Gabe.
Hopefully I don't hear Chip crying right now.
I think he's babbling.
Oh, he's babbling. Okay.
Gabe's got a couple of good picks for us. That's
Oh,
all.
awesome.
Solid.
That's so exciting.
So
So anyways, so as you guys can know, I can't wait. So at 7:50, we'll start it here. Only just a couple more minutes, 7-8 minutes. We'll like jump into it. I just know that I had told some people, so they're like, "Well, when are you gonna do it?" And I was like, "We'll give it like 15 minutes." to get
Jeremy,
started."
when you do that, you got to say we're doing it at 8:25.
No.
That way they have to watch the whole thing.
There you go.
then they're gonna skip. So this way we start off strong. They'll just show up.
Yeah, and then they're gonna leave.
Well, that's
No,
okay.
you just got to say at some point during the episode. So they don't know. It could
Well, then
be.
there's the paradox of choice. They don't know when to jump in, so they just don't show up.
Coming up right after this.
Right?
Today's episode brought to you by Brownie.
Well, it's like that.
He's the guy who sits behind the monitor and makes sure everything works and occasionally doesn't hit the record button.
It's like that meme where the truck, it always just shows it like barreling towards that post, and they just keep cutting it until it gets like closer and closer, but they never let it hit. And the movie just, they put it on like repeat.
Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculous. You've never seen that?
No.
You guys don't, you're not on the pulse of the internet.
Our
Our
heart
heartbeats
is
aren't on the pulse of the internet.
Yep. Anyway, so the helmet really quick. So growing up, like David, I was actually gonna maybe maybe I should just have David call in tonight and we can just tell Halo stories because so my dad, we put in a couple new windows in my house, and my dad,
They converted from Max in his house.
he's thrifty. We'll put it that way. And very rarely does he get me something that actually like strikes
actually
a chord
want.
that I love as much as I love that helmet. It is so cool. So it was in a free pile at the end of someone's driveway, just a couple blocks away from where I live. So he pulls up though and he's helping me with
Hold on, the
window.
way you described it, it's like he was sitting on the side of the highway with a body connected to it. And he
No!
just drove by and scooped it up.
No, it was like
You said he found it on the side of the road.
yes.
At the end of someone's driveway and the side of the road are two completely different connotations.
Oh man.
I mean,
Like you know, like we just had a garage sale and Kara put stuff, I would say,
Everybody
by
does.
the side of the road.
Everybody
because like you
in-
can pull up, grab it, and then keep going type of thing.
everybody in our neighborhood, our area, if they don't want
Oh,
something and
it's
it's actually
gone.
decent,
We missed it.
the airsoft table.
Somebody put an air hockey table. My neighbor across the street put an air hockey table out, and I was like, oh, I should grab that for the new building.
And then last night I was like,
it's
Jared,
a
we should
space
grab
with
it.
no pool table, foosball, nothing.
Peter McKinnon has a pool table.
All that does is waste your real estate. It barely will
I
ever get
mean,
used.
we have the
It's
base-
just-
I was gonna say we've
it's
got
just gonna- it's just-
6,000 square feet.
It goes quicker than you think.
I know it is going to go quick, but we have the basement too.
I want to
If you
put
wanna
it
play
in
the
my,
mezzanine.
If you want to play
You know.
wet air hockey,
Yeah.
we'll
I
have
wanna-
half a mezzanine.
I want to put the Moss Isley Cantina bar in the studio. How cool would that be?
I mean, it'd be cool, but it's like an air hockey table. It's like, I don't drink.
Who says we need alcohol in there?
Well, a bar, I think generally it's like,
It'll be a dry
is a
bar.
refrigerator good enough?
It'll be a dry bar. And how cool would that look though to have the
Well-
thing in there with like the droid heads as the dispensers. It look like
But I'm
all
not
this
arguing that it'd be
catching-
super cool, but like,
We'll figure it out.
Space,
We'll
the
figure
final
it out.
frontier.
All right, Star Trek.
But anyway, so we're sitting there working, and my dad.
Brad says we should serve blue milk. Well, I guess we have to now.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, if we could get it like it tasted like Galaxy's Edge.
Heck yeah. Whoop.
That's so good. Oh, the blue milk.
But we can't just do milk with blue food coloring. We got to engineer stuff now.
Yeah,
Well, no,
it's like a slushy.
We'll just
It's so
pretend
good.
we're Disney and then have them divert shipments of the blue milk to the building.
Exactly. And
We'll have it
Melu
on-
run juice.
You and your Melu juice. That's
Melu
just
run
like
juice is where it's at.
Sprite and sugar.
No, there's a whole bunch of things, and it's
Whatever
there
helps you
is,
sleep
like,
at night. Halo helmet story.
No one cares, Jeremy.
Found on the side of the road.
Apparently, it was at the end of a driveway.
So anyway, so he grabs it for me though. So he was all excited and he gives it to me. He's like, "Hey, I found you something." And I was like, "Oh, great! It's gonna be garbage.
Right in the trash.
It's gonna be really garbage." And so he's like, pulls it out and he's like, "It's a Star Wars helmet." And I was like, "No, but actually, just as cool." That is awesome. So when I saw it, I was like, I grew up playing Halo. That was David and I have such a good friendship because of that video game. I've told the stories a million times. LAN parties at his house, playing Halo 2, Halo 3.
This is what got me into gaming.
That's what got you into gaming was playing Halo. So it
and
was
my
like,
first video game crush.
is what?
Master
Goofy
Chief.
from the Goof Troop video game.
Master Chief.
Master Chief. Oh man.
What? His voice just does it for you or what?
Oh yeah.
This is very inappropriate.
So, anyways,
I'm done stroking the helmet.
like I saw it and it's
I don't believe you.
Bill gave us one, and then David and I also have one. We have a helmet, but it came with the legendary edition of Halo 3, and it was a video game holder. So you like put your video games in it, but the whole helmet was solid. It was not made to wear. People modded them. It still didn't ever work because like the visor wasn't. You can see through that visor. That is a made-to-wear wearable helmet, and I feel obligated to make the rest of the costume.
I
Actually
have
make-
a bunch of EVA foam in our Amazon cart so that I can make Jeremy.
I
Master
think
Chief's
what you should
armor.
do is just like some sort of crazy like cobble play where it's like it's Master Chief's helmet, then it's like Stormtrooper chest plate and like Han Solo's pants.
Bender's body.
There you go.
And then you can do like Stormtrooper arms. And you can do whoever's legs.
Han Solo's pants.
We were
There you go,
talking
Han
about
Solo's
doing
pants.
a fusion of Bender and IG-11. Would have been a fun fusion to do.
Bender's body and the rest of IG-11.
So,
I'd like to see you turn in that.
way to go, Dad, for picking up that on the side of the road. It is actually super, super awesome. I think it's so neat. You can see inside of it. It screams.
His logic behind it was literally the broken clock.
Yep.
It's like he was right that it's really cool.
Right.
But he was totally wrong
on
about
what it is.
was.
Yep.
I love the warning on the inside of this. It says, simulated protective device does not provide protection. And then a second time right below it, this is a toy, does not provide protection.
Well, because somebody would wear that on their four-wheeler thinking.
Who would put this on? It's clearly
Does it
just
stop
foam.
needler rounds is the question.
Right?
It's just like really thin, well, not thin plastic, but it's, that's not going to protect anything.
Gabe, where did you send the picture of that? I'm looking in the Discord. I don't know if that's where I should be looking or not. He sent a picture of that food.
Oh!
Ooh. Maybe he sent it
What
as
is this?
listener mail.
Oh, wait, okay. Oh, it could be that too. Jeremy actually has access to listener mail today.
Oh, could it be listener mail?
We're looking through.
I really like to Messenger, of course. It's going to be the Rise the Podcast Messenger, Jeremy directly. We have too many points of contact. Brad says that helmet does not prevent STDs. It does because no one will ever touch you when you're wearing it.
Well, then, as you know, too, so I tried to be involved.
Okay, that looks good.
And on Monday, were you going to put it up for everybody, Kara?
Ooh, that.
Kara,
That,
Hold on, I
though.
can.
Oh, you're going to do it? Okay.
Are you going to pull it up?
Yeah.
That looks
Is it Rise the Podcast, then I'm guessing?
real good. Yeah, the Rise of the Podcast, Facebook Messenger.
Oh, boy. Okay. How do I get there? Inbox. All I do is post the memes. I don't use Facebook for anything. Oh my God, I do not want notifications.
There it is.
Oh. That jinx.
The one on the right specifically looks amazing.
I do have window capture. Gotta edit it. Can you just grab okay, there we go. There it is. That looks really freaking good.
Yeah, it does.
That looks delicious. That is awesome.
Delish.
Yes, I don't know if there's any personal information on here, but stop looking. One of these days, I'll actually have like dedicated stuff where it's like, oh, I want to show something from the Discord or something.
Now we're gonna have to change all the passwords or something, you know, like.
Yeah, the password can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 anymore.
Speaking of which, like for Brad specifically, I'm so frustrated. I'm telling you, every day I get at midnight exactly, or at like 1 a.m, trying to get into your Instagram. They're trying to I don't use Instagram. B, I don't know my own passwords. They're in a password manager behind a 2-factor authentication token.
Somebody tried to log into my Gmail while I was at work. I got an email notification. Yeah, it said that somebody was trying to log in from Minneapolis.
Apparently, so I was talking to Jason Manning.
I changed my password real fast.
He actually called me. I sent him some files that he needed.
Yeah.
From work, it was a work thing. Anyway, he calls me. He's like, "Did you send me an email?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, good." He's like, "There's some big whatever," and he's like explaining how like all these different places have gotten like hacked and are sending like whatever things, and he's like, "So I just need to make sure before I open this link."
So it's really funny. I've been meaning to talk to you about this, and we got to get to the thing. But
yeah, Gabe says it's bigger than it looks. I'm sure it is, buddy.
I had laughed because you shared like a commercial. Come down to the Minuet, blah blah blah, and I'm like, Chris, you shared something on your Facebook, but it's because of Jason Manning.
Yep.
You're just doing him a solid.
I am.
And so I had to laugh. I was like, oh, Chris is.
Well, that is like the Minuet and I actually have kind of a relationship because that's the very first feature film I ever worked on. We shot scenes there.
Really?
So
wait, where is the Minuet?
On the way
Friedenberg.
on the way to also the cabin.
Yep.
Like a white face reservoir. Is that
Yep,
the name
that's
of
the one.
So yeah.
Don't Google it because I don't want you guys going there. Hello, that Pokemon guy. Have we been obsessed with Pokemon recently?
It's so stupid.
Oh my
Cinderace
goodness.
is like my new favorite Pokemon. But anyways, so Chris, when I play this for Kara
Double.
and you do your thing, are you going to be able to have her like?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I am
Recorded?
so.
Because I want to.
Also, do you want me to record
on?
like her reaction just separate too? I can just fire this up.
You could if
What
it doesn't
is
mess up
this?
your thing.
No, it'll be fine.
I was teasing her. I was like, so and so is going to see you. That they're going to see you. And
So yeah, I'll fire this up when you're ready.
So she's mad because she said she didn't spend enough time on her makeup.
I did.
I don't think you've ever spent enough time on your makeup.
Excuse me.
Last week she did red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, everyone knows that that's the Russian flag colors.
So should we do? Are we ready to do the anniversary present?
Brad's like, yikes. I'm just like doing the call out on Kara the last 2 weeks. I made fun of your feet.
I'm just gonna wear a bag over my face from now on.
That's all I've ever wanted.
You know what, Chris?
I think I'm hilarious, but apparently.
Should we jump into this and we'll have something to talk about for a second?
Yeah, that Pokemon guy says Greninja is the best Pokemon.
I have a
loves
Greninja. I love
Greninja.
Greninja. Yeah.
I'm working on getting
And
enough
Froakie
candy.
is one of the cutest starters.
Oh,
in my
Froakie's
opinion.
adorable.
Anyways, so that Pokemon guy, it's our anniversary in a couple weeks, and I got a present. So we're gonna do a fun thing for her in like 2 seconds. As soon as Chris tells me he's ready.
All right.
I am
get ready.
so nervous. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so this is recording.
Okay.
All right, just let me know when you want me to hit play.
Can you punch to her angle, can't you?
Not the way that I have this set up. I have to have it in the wide.
That's fine. Is it 4K on the other one then? No, that's okay.
Well, no, it's 1080,
That's
but
fine.
whatever.
1080 is the new
1080 is the new black.
1080 is the new 480. Okay, are you ready, Chris?
I'm so nervous.
Yeah, so I think should I mute us just
No.
so the audio plays or
No, leave us going.
Okay.
'Cause we'll catch her reaction.
It's a stripogram.
All right, Chris, go ahead.
All right.
Hi, Kara. It's Steve Downs, the voice of Master Chief, Spartan 117, wishing you and Jeremy a very happy anniversary. Jeremy told me the story of the very first date you two had when you told him you were making your own Master Chief costume. Now that sounds like love that was meant to be. Happy anniversary, Kara. Have a great year going forward. And remember, as the Chief would say, when you make a promise, you keep it. All the best to you, Kara. Chief, out.
Chief, out.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! That was amazing!
So,
Oh my gosh!
that was perfect. That was worth the money. Who was that, Kara?
Master Chief!
How cool is that? She's crying, everybody.
That was awesome.
You married the right guy, I guess.
I love that you told him the story of me. Jeremy's like, you're not a nerd. Like, one of the times we first hung out, he's like, you're not a nerd. And I was like, please, I'm making a Master Chief costume. And he was like, so am I.
But no, we had been arguing about, like, you're not nerdy. And here's this beautiful woman saying, I'm nerdy. I don't have anybody because I'm nerdy. And I'm like, you are not nerdy. And then she's like, I'm making Master Chief out of paper. I'm like, yeah, you're nerdy. Yeah, I cannot argue past that point.
I cannot believe you did that. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, so Jeremy and I have phone conversations, and we know that you can hear us having our phone conversations.
I can.
So the like clandestinely trying to be like, you got that asset, wink, wink.
Yep.
It's like, how are you gonna get me that file?
It gets even better. So they accept video responses to it. So we're gonna send the video of your reaction to it, and he could see what he did to you.
For real?
Yes. So
yes.
But anyways, so we're sitting there. So to backtrack a little bit, what was fun about this? Totally worth it. So we had talked about Cameo. I had learned about Cameo a year and a half ago. We had talked about it, and some people are like $300. He's $80. Best 80 for that reaction. That was like the best $80 I've ever spent. But it's even funnier because Kara and I, we talk about voice actors all the time and how much we love them. And then she did the whole James Arnold Taylor thing, Obi-Wan Kenobi, for my birthday last year. So this was like the perfect response.
That was pretty friggin' great.
How cool is that? And so we had never used Cameo before. And so, okay, so my dad got the helmet. And then
did you book him prior to?
No. That night we watched. So that night so my dad got the helmet. That night I was so excited. I YouTube top 10 Chief quotes, and I just wanted to hear his voice because I love his voice.
Yeah, I was sitting downstairs with Jeremy while he was doing this,
and it was like, "What are you doing? Bringing the Covenant back, their bomb."
And I just love that Jeremy the scene would come up, and Jeremy would quote the line before Master Chief even said it.
Master Chief, what are you doing aboard that ship?
It was
finishing
crazy.
this fight.
Yeah, Jeremy just knew all these quotes. I don't remember them because it's been a long time since I've played any of the earlier Halos,
And so I watched all that, and then YouTube and its all-knowing algorithm wisdom. In 2013, Microsoft made the sync and came out with like Cortana, right?
Yeah.
So as a promo ad, they gave a fan a day with Master Chief with Steve Downs.
That would have been so awesome.
The video is hilarious. It's 11 minutes long, and this kid just gets on his nerves all day. So he's like, it really made me cringe. He's like, Steve, or he goes, Chief, and he's like, you can call me Steve. He's like, you got to listen to my podcast.
Oh my
gosh. Like, it's called Cryocast or whatever, Cryo Podcast, because he gets frozen in
funny
cryo. And so you've got Steve Downs riding in the Ford Focus, and he goes, Bluetooth on, and he sounds like Chief. And then like they call Jen Taylor, which I completely forgot, Chris. I met when we went to RTX, the voice of Cortana. So it's like I completely forgot about that she was down there because I was running that panel.
Voice actors are literally the best. Who were we talking to recently? Oh, it was at the parade.
Oh yeah.
We were talking to somebody. We were talking about celebrities we've met, and we were talking about actors, like screen actors, and then we started talking about voice actors, and we both agreed that voice actors are so nice compared to, like, you hear a lot of screen actors who are just kind of snobby and like whatever. But voice actors are all like genuinely nice and love their fans.
Well, it's probably because they're like, someone actually knows who I am. Holy crap.
Seriously.
Everyone can recognize Tom Hanks.
Yes.
It's
But if you're
true.
like, oh my God, it's the voice of Woody. That's never
Right.
going to happen.
Right.
Well, that was like the You've Got Mail guy for AOL was driving Uber, and the guy got in, and then he would just play it up, and he would say, "You've got mail," and then
You've
people
got a ride.
would freak
Right.
out. But
we got a bunch of chat.
okay,
I
all
wanna
right,
catch
do
up
some
on
chat.
real
Do some
quick.
chat.
That was, baby. I love you.
So Gabe said this is too cute. Brad said nice. David said that was so awesome. That Pokemon guy,
was
that's so amazing. Thank you for being a part of that moment.
Yeah, I saw you.
Daryl says so cool. Gabe says, does that mean we'll play Halo when it comes out? Obviously, you guys.
yes.
Are
play
you
Halo.
kidding? I am so excited for Infinite. Oh my gosh.
Well, now especially.
Yeah, Steve Downs knows who I am. Kind of. Kind of.
He's aware of your existence.
He's aware of my existence. I like that. There you go.
Brad says, I'm glad you guys didn't pay for Snoop Dogg on Cameo.
Oh my
He's one of
gosh.
the most
This is
expensive ones.
expensive,
Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
Yep.
And David says, well, when you play as much Halo as we have, it's hammered into your head.
Yep. Oh,
I feel like now I want to go back and I want to replay all of the Halos again.
See, that's what I'm saying. I
Like-
can't play Satisfactory, all the Halos, and Pokemon, and everything. But yes, I want to also go back and play all the Halos.
Last time I played was when you and I did the remastered version,
Yeah.
the Master Chief
edition. Yep.
And we were still at Hawthorne. That was probably like 5 years ago.
Yep. And so to finish off just the little bit of the story, which had shocked me was, so we watched this. I watched that Ford Sync video on YouTube, and Kara had went to bed. And I was like, oh, Kara, you got to see this. He's like talking. And then Kara jokingly, before she walked upstairs, she said, I would just love to hear the chief say my name. And I was like, and then she went to bed. And then it hit me. It just hit me. I was like, what if he's on Cameo? And then Chris, you and I were about to play some Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I looked and I'm like, he's on Cameo! No way! I can't believe
The stars
it.
aligned.
The stars aligned. And then I took forever to get on. It took me like 45 minutes to fill out the thing because, oh boy, what's Twitter? You have 240 characters?
Yes.
This, you have 3 blocks. So you have like, what's the occasion? And that's a block, and it's like 50 characters. Then you have like, who's it to and who's it from? And then you have, what's something you would like Steve Downs to know about you? And then what's something you like about Steve Downs? And you get 100 characters in those bottom 2 boxes. So I was like, soon as I was typing, and the first thing I had to make sure I did is the character name isn't super big and I couldn't fit it in there. So I had, like Cameo, you need to add in a pronunciation section. Because they have like him, his, and her, like they have the pronouns. But it's like, for Kara, everybody says Kara.
Yeah.
So I typed in pronounced care hyphen UH, like care
I'm sure he appreciates that.
I'm sure, yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's like, how would it have been if he was like,
I wish that's
Kara,
how.
Kara, congratulate. Nope, I
Well,
just,
it's fun. It's speaking of pronunciations, I have a story. I'm going to stop recording.
okay, yeah, you're good.
So I get crazy wacky names all the time for things when I'm cutting copy for when I'm making ads.
Yep.
And I'll email being like, how's this pronounced? And nobody ever replies. So I literally will do a take for every single possible pronunciation.
No.
So I'll end up cutting like 12 copies of something. And I'll be like, I'll just send them all and be like, what's the right one?
Right.
Because somehow that's easier than waiting for them to send me the thing. Because at least the ball is moving forward.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah, at work, I wish they had some patients. They do have pronunciations, and a lot of them they don't. And so a lot of times I'll go up to the girls at the front desk and be like, "How do you say this name?" Like, But so how would you guys say PER?
I think you've done
Have
this
I done
before.
this with
Yeah.
you guys?
Yeah,
Okay.
not with me.
how
PER?
would PER?
Per.
Pear. That's
Pear?
the name. Pear. PER. Pear.
Is there like a
hopefully they know,
long
man,
umlaut or
who's the
whatever?
person
Nope.
who has the daughter named Apple?
Oh, I don't know.
It's a not Gwyneth Paltrow. It's
Nicole Kidman? Is that her?
it's either Nicole Kidman or is it Drew Barrymore?
I don't know. Whoever it is, they could date. They could be Apple and Pear.
Oh, there
Right?
you go.
Right?
Jeez, Chris, that was a lot for a joke. A lot of build-up.
I go the long way around.
You go the long way around.
There's a lot of people that said that they're down to play Master Chief Collection.
Heck yeah,
guys.
Oh, so anyways, so you had 100. So okay, what's one thing you want the voice actor to know about like Kara? So it was like, hey, this is. So first thing hit me was her birthday because her birthday just went by. I was like, it's close enough to do for a birthday. And then I was like, duh, anniversary's coming up. But there's no way I could sit on that. I've been like ants in my pants for the past day and a half.
That's why you're wearing shorts. They started as pants and turned into shorts.
Just like everything else, there's always the upsell, right, Chris?
Yeah,
there's always the upsell. So it's $80.
Just like LegalZoom.
Yep. For once, there was no hidden fees, but it said guaranteed 24-hour turnaround if you pay an extra $45. But then you go to his profile and he says generally responds within 22 hours.
Dang.
I sent that in at like 10:30 at night. It was done by 9 a.m. the next morning. Like legit.
Yeah.
Like the guy probably
Yeah,
just
he did
like,
a Thursday night and Friday morning. He was like, it's in! It's in!
It was, and then you get updates to your phone, and it was like, your video from Steve Downs is ready. I was
How
like,
many times did you watch that before I watched it?
Oh, I probably watched it at least 5 times. I mean, at least realistically 5 times. Like, it was just dope.
I watched it 4 or 5 times when I loaded it in here just to
Yeah.
make sure that all the sound worked and everything, the levels were good.
I mean, that has to be one of the best things I've ever watched. That's so special. Like,
Well, then you get to keep it forever.
I do.
Yeah.
So we need to
cool.
find your James Arnold Taylor one. We need to have that,
mash 'em up.
clipped that, and we need to have my Master Chief Steve Downs one.
You know what I should do? We can maybe get Mike D involved in it. I'll just get an Arduino with a soundboard. We'll just make a little tiny frame, and people can like push the button to have the video play or at least hear it.
You can get one of those smart frames that has like the whatever.
Down at the new studio.
Every once in a while, we can just have Steve Downs as Master Chief say, Kara. And I'd be like,
Oh, that's hilarious!
Yes.
A soundbite.
yeah, soundbite. And
Yeah.
we can have James Arnold Taylor as Obi-Wan saying Jeremy.
Hello, Jeremy.
Oh, fun! You can add them to your little board there, Chris.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just gonna play this noise.
We don't know what it is,
wah,
but
wah, wah?
That's what I'm hoping it was.
so
Making your doorbell. Yeah. Hello, Jeremy.
yeah,
Kara.
Right? I had to be like, yeah, we'll have 2 buttons. One's for Kara, one's for Jeremy, and they'll be like, Kara. And hello, Jeremy.
Oh, there we go. There we go. We can do a crowdsourced button that people can pay 50 cents or something to have it play over in the studio. So people can just like at any given point they'll just pay 50 cents. It'll play Kara over the intercom. We'll set in an intercom. We'll build like a crowdfunded.
It'll be the muddiest podcast ever because people are just gonna spam click that.
No,
button.
not during the podcast. Just like while we're down at the studio.
What
But
benefit do they get out of it?
well, no. Kara will just sit here with her credit card going 50 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents, just to hear him say her name again.
I do not have the losing sound from The Price is Right on here.
Oh, that'd be fun too. So anyway, so I had 100 characters. I'll tell you what, burning up 30 of them on pronounce Kara, or 20 of them was Vic Street, a fifth of them on just how to pronounce her name. And then I typed in, first date. She told me about how she was building master. Oh, you're extended your 100. It is not a lot because it's spaces, apostrophes, all of that. So then I had to change first to the number 1 ST. And then I think I even ended up just deleting the ST because it was not needed. It felt like going back trying to send a text message with a Motorola.
Why more with less?
Right.
Yeah, why more with less? It was number 1 date.
Brad says he would spend so much money on that make it play noise thing. He's like, I'm going to take out a loan right now.
See, we found the way to keep the lights on or get internet.
I was going to say the way to get good Wi-Fi.
But yeah,
We've only dropped 0.6% of our frames off of my phone.
nice.
Solid. What are we going off of right now? Your phone?
His phone because I needed to.
I was
play
going to
the
say your
video for
phone's
you.
in here, so.
Yeah, it's Chris's phone.
So the next studio, our background should have some Halo stuff in it, I think.
Well, the next background is going to be even. We'll
It'll be Dope
really,
Squad. Dope Squad. Like
really-
this is awesome. Jeremy and I did this
This is our first attempt.
at wallpaper.
This is our first attempt at even design. Well, no, it's our second because we had the stupid comic. Well, not stupid. We had the comic.
I was gonna say stupid. Excuse me. That
took
took
it
me like
back.
3 hours to set
I
up.
took it back.
I think the word he was looking for was basic. It's just like we had sort of a weird idea and then we made Kara work really hard.
It looked really cool though.
I was pretty happy with it. And then
I
I was
was.
like, it's like it started off small and it's like, no, Kara, I need a bigger. It's like, no, I need a bigger. No, I need a bigger.
Bigger, yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
And that's a fun story in and of itself. All those comic books were provided by Free Comic Book Day. So it was
Yeah,
like,
it
cool,
was.
I'll take this one, I'll take this one, I'll take this
Did
one.
they even do free comic book day
They
last
have it.
year?
They didn't do
They
it
do,
last.
yeah.
Well, they didn't do
No,
it
but
They
last
didn't do it
last year,
last year.
'cause
They did it
2020.
this year, though.
Did they? Oh, we missed it. Bummer, because it's always in May, right around May 4th.
David says we should. I thought about the idea of doing a green screen background. The problem with that is I would need OBS to be able to handle live keying.
Right.
And this machine does not comply.
But if we figure out a way to make a new stream machine that works, we'll be good.
Yep.
And we're gonna like
Just give me $3,000 and I'll build another one.
Right. Oh, speaking of which, graphics cards are finally becoming available. Derek went to Micro Center, not overnight, and picked up a 3080.
Really?
Yes,
So I need to send. Can I just give him cash and have him go and get me one?
he probably could.
He doesn't he live down by there?
Yeah, it's still an hour from North Branch. It's like 3
Oh,
hours.
he lives in
from
North
here.
Branch?
Yeah, he lives in North
Oh,
Branch.
you know what I should do when he's down there? He needs to stop by Carlo's Bakery and pick me up
Before
a
you
cannoli, like I've been asking for,
He's down there right now.
and a lobster tail. It's in the Mall of America.
Oh, well, that's
Swanky says,
Should
I just
snap
need to
him.
work at the docks to afford the extra cash for new equipment. There are docks here, and I don't want to work at them.
Yeah. I mean, we're huge.
Ooh, and one of my
shipping.
coworkers tells me I need to go get a job for working on the docks. Like, you can be IT on shore, and then just like control all of the computer functions on the ship
Ooh,
as they like
I wonder,
go.
I wonder
and
what that pays.
like 150K plus a year, I think.
You're quitting your job right now and you're going there.
I don't want to work on the docks.
After we're done having
Jeremy
kids,
used to
because
work on
TRICARE
the
pays.
Right?
Gabe said, if only we had a micro center.
Or I have Derek pick up 2 and I just ship one to Gabe.
You trust FedEx to not totally destroy that thing on the way?
We'll insure it.
Just
Twice its value.
Just take a whole few rolls of bubble wrap and just wrap the crap
I'll-
out
or
of
I'll
that.
tell
Are
you
you
what.
sending a refrigerator to Puerto Rico?
I'll get a new one. And Gabe, I'll give you my 2080 Super. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Or we turn that one and put it in the stream machine. But
Well, I mean, I've
It's-
got a 2080 Super in mind. We could just use that for the
stream machine. That's
true.
true. That's true. But anyway, so back to just to this Steve
Oh
Downs
my
thing.
gosh, what a tangent that was.
Well, it was just the character box. It was that in and of itself. It was like, oh, I've only got so much. Like, what can I tell
So
him?
what did you end up saying?
So I wonder if I can see what I wrote. Let me see if I can see what I wrote.
That was
Oh, I hope you know too. I also made it public. So if you go to Steve Downs's page on Cameo, it'll be on the list of the other ones, and we're gonna put your response in there too. So.
Speaking of places that have links, if you guys want to join our Discord, there are links in the description down below. Jeremy and Kara still are pretty anonymous
sorry.
about participating, but I'm on there relatively often. Swanky's done an amazing job of adding new features constantly. There is a news tweet bot. So whenever Star Wars news gets tweeted out, it gets brought directly into the news feed.
Oh, that's nice.
So there's some really cool stuff on there. Gabe says, I'm dealing with scalper prices in Puerto Rico. That's always disgusting.
That is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, check out the links in the description if you want to join our Discord.
So here's what I wrote. Instructions. Pronounced Kara. Wish her happy anniversary as Chief. That was the first one. Then the occasion anniversary. That was it. And then why a cameo from you? So I said Master Chief was her first video game crush. She thinks voice actors are best and loves Steve's voice. And then about recipient. First, number 1, date, told me she was making her own Chief costume. She's huge fan. Just wants to hear you. That's what he had to go off of. So
He did a really good job considering
Yeah,
the
he did.
instructions you
yeah,
gave.
well, I only had 100 characters. You wouldn't believe, like, it's not that much.
No.
You know? And yeah, he did a really, really good job. And that's why I was like just trying to lay on the the more the more that you can fill in and like talk. That's all we love. Because the James Arnold Taylor one, he talked for like 3 minutes.
And all I said was, hey, it's my husband's birthday on May 26th. I was like, he loves General Kenobi.
That was it. And he did the whole thing like,
Yeah, that whole,
hello, Jeremy. And then, no, you can't play with my lightsaber, James.
I did like a whole bit.
Come to the dark side. We have cookies. Pff, light side's got cookies too.
Yeah, but
Snickerdoodle. Yoda makes a mean cookie or whatever. It was super fun.
Brad says, I like that I'm locked out of certain areas of the Discord. It's a smart move, Swanky. I leave a mess.
Did you even see what I'm in there as?
Wait, no, what?
I'm in there as Queen's Gesture.
Yes, Swanky.
So you're the queen and I'm just a gesture.
Dang right, I'm the queen.
Swanky, can we up that now?
No, let's not.
Oh, Kara just jumped out of the Discord.
Yep, I told you could see her face pop up. Anyway, so another
Queen's Court Jester.
get out of here. Look at you chortling over there.
Ooh. Oh, the Dave Filoni thing is awesome. I just want to see what my name is here.
Oh,
so I'm just gonna go do this.
Here's who else I checked. So
Wait,
of course,
mine just says Lady Burrito still.
I don't know what happened because it was queen of the server at one point.
it was hacked by the Russians.
Wait, can you go? What?
Ooh, okay.
Wait.
What do we got for some more chat here?
Picasso 2K8
Hi, Picasso.
on Twitch says thoughts on the upcoming Book of Boba series. Unabashed excitement.
I heard. I don't know if we talked about this, but I heard like it is going to be pushing the boundaries of what Disney's willing to put on Disney
Okay,
Plus.
so for a quick second, Loki
Is low key real good. Just kidding.
I'm gonna leave it at this. Loki cut off somebody's hand. I was surprised about that for
What?
Disney Plus. Yes.
Thanks for the
No,
spoiler.
it's not. I didn't say which character. I said somebody's hand. There's tons of characters.
Oh, there's
Yeah, but the
tons.
fact that a hand gets cut off is pretty important.
Well, I told you, and you said it was a little slow. So I'm trying to.
No,
like,
no. I didn't say that I wasn't going to watch it. I'm just saying that where I left off.
Got it.
That last episode was a slow episode.
I promise you won't see it.
It's
coming.
not a spoiler.
You
It
won't
is
see it
not a
coming, and it has
spoiler.
nothing to do with anything in the show. We'll leave
But
it at
we're
that.
just saying that.
Swanky fixed your name. It says queen of the server again.
Oh, thanks, Swanky.
Anyways, back to answer that person's question.
Ah, yes, excellent.
You are so Fire Nation, just flaming up over there, cutting me off. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm just
Calm
getting.
down.
I mean, Brad will attest to this. I'm just making up for months and months and probably a year of you guys cutting me off every 2 seconds.
I think if you went back through the entire episodes, you would never see me cut you off one time. I'm just kidding.
Everybody should go back and fine tooth comb all of our old episodes. Get our retention time up. If somebody wanted to, this is something that I wanted to ask, and we will get to the Book of Boba Fett
Okay.
thing because I am really excited about that.
I'm
but
stoked.
if somebody was willing to go through and timestamp like moments that they enjoyed from past episodes, I don't have the time to go back and rewatch 150 hours of podcasts. But
I have
like
a
just because
6-month-old, I
like
don't got
my
time.
original intent at one point was like, oh, it'd be nice to just like save like highlight clips so we could like go back to them occasionally.
Right.
I
and
feel
it's
like
so
Swanky's been
uncontrollable
doing
at
that
this point.
lately. Like with your seagull story last week, Chris. Swanky, was it Swanky or Brad that clipped
The clips don't last though.
Oh.
Like I think you need to be like affiliate status before the clips will stick around.
Oh, gotcha.
Bummer. I wish I had those clips.
So
I
think
mean,
we
this
can
My
was-
still.
mom loved the seagull story.
It was real funny.
because that was the first PG rant I've got to hear from you where it was like legitimate. Oh, those greasy birds won't move out of their way.
Oh, believe it, there's a R-rated version of that.
I'm sure there is, but the one that you delivered on the podcast was really, really, really funny.
Is that's the funny thing is in that same podcast I did drop an F-bomb somewhere else.
You did. You're like, whoops, sorry.
Oh, Brad says he used to timestamp them on YouTube. So
Oh, we'll have to go back and look at some of them. Anyways, all right. So what I was getting at was if they're willing to show some of that stuff in Loki, it gets me even more excited for the Book of Boba Fett because I think Disney Plus realizes it's got to be competitive. You know, it's got to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to push it. You don't always need like gore to push a story.
Yeah.
But like in Loki, it played, and in Boba Fett, it's gonna play. Although, I mean, I was blown away with the disintegration of Mandalorian. Like, there's been some scenes in Mando I was really happy with.
yeah, well, the guy getting cut in half by the door, even
right
though
off-
it was
yeah.
like implied.
Yeah, it's still good.
You know, it's like so like there is a way to like tastefully do it.
Absolutely, it set the tone.
But I hear this is going to be pushing the envelope.
And so like
Yeah.
it's like and Disney Disney owns so many other like studios or whatever.
Right.
The fact that it just comes
Yeah.
back to live on Disney Plus doesn't mean that it necessarily has to be G rated.
Right.
You know, so and then I think another point to mention too is like when Deadpool announced that they were going to be an R-rated comic book movie, everyone was like, I can't believe they're doing an R-rated comic, but it had to be for that
It's
character.
Deadpool, yeah.
You know, so in a similar way, and I don't this doesn't need to be R-rated Boba Fett, but something that's pushing closer to that, I think, fits the character.
Yeah.
As much as I love season 2 of The Mandalorian with like the Luke appearance and just like everything in season 2 of Mando, season 1 is still really legit when he's going around actually collecting bounty. He runs into IG-11. He's going for the fish guy and then like freezing him and put him in his thing. The process of somebody just going bounty hunting in Star Wars is so much fun.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that in Book of Boba
Well, do you think
Fett.
he's going to do
Seeing him
any
run-
bounty hunting at all, or is he going to be running, like, is it
Well,
going to be...
somebody could be doing it on his behalf, or maybe there's probably some big, cameo that they might go after a bounty for, and it's going to be some character that integrates into the story, I'm guessing.
I get suckered by clickbait occasionally, and there is...
It sucks you in by nature. That's what's frustrating.
So there's this video by I don't even know what it was, but it's like, 10 rules, there are 10 strange rules that all Galactic Empire citizens had to follow or something. And specifically it talked a couple of things about bounty hunting. So apparently a bounty was only legal if you registered it with the Empire at the time.
Oh.
Really?
Because the Empire got a cut of the bounty.
No way.
Of course they did.
And if you were collecting on a bounty, you were obligated to give the bounty target a weapon and a chance to defend themselves.
Really?
And I was like, and so I don't know how much of that stayed canon. They were citing some Legends materials,
Yeah.
but they said nothing in canon currently contradicts those.
Cool.
But I was like, that seems like, it's like, where's all this honor coming from on the
Empire side.
Empire?
Well, then you got
bounty
Vader leading it
hunters.
the whole thing. And then, I guess Han had his blaster, and then that's like, okay, he's got his blaster.
But he wasn't given the blaster. That was his blaster.
Well, he had the right to defend himself,
if they
yeah.
didn't have a weapon, you had to provide one. Otherwise, if they're able to defend
That's
themselves.
just, I mean,
That's so funny, though, because, and he just hands him over to Boba Fett.
Gabe says, I wish they'd remake the Bounty Hunter video games.
Oh, that one was so good. There was one with Jango Fett on the cover, and it was really, really fun. You had the Wong Bong blasters, and then he'd have
Bwong Bwong Blasters.
Yeah.
That's Jeremy's new band name. Jeremy and the Bwong Bwong Blasters.
oh my gosh.
that could be a funny video too of just somebody trying to recreate sound effects, like
Like Ewan McGregor did during the filming of Star Wars.
Well, I mean, just
he made
like-
the lightsaber noises.
Well, so Rhett and Link, right? Like they had the reverse sandpaper one where they had like the games, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you could, or we could have somebody send them in or something. They could do a sound effect. Like I'll do this one, and then you guys see if you can guess it. Like the bong.
Which would be Slave One's.
If you didn't do the hand
Seismic
motion,
bomb.
that doesn't sound anything like it.
Well, I tried to do the like.
I know,
and then
but if you just made that noise, be like, oh, he's doing a gong.
So, let me take one more crack at it. So yeah. Bong.
That's just louder. I think there's
I would
there's
know
a
what you're
bass
getting at.
element that you're missing. I think
Oh, it's so hard to do. But then
you just need a manlier voice.
how about the I'll do another one. I'm already ruining it by doing it right now, but ching, tring. I can't do it. Mario collecting coins.
I thought there was gonna be Star Wars.
I thought it was going to
No.
be Star Wars too. I
I
was
just
like,
meant any sound
Padme's
effect,
pistol?
but we can
Padme's
do
handgun?
warp pipe.
the Wonka Wonka Wonka. I don't know.
It's so interesting. He's like, that's not the sound that I imagined you would try to make. Like,
Isn't it kind of like the... brr, brr, brr?
yeah, it's kind of. I
That's
think that's
8.
closer.
You just went 8-bit, so you're just cheesing it with the.
Hey, I didn't say what, Jen.
Yeah. All right, let's name another. Let's do what? Like somebody type in some chat a sound effect for Kara to make. Famous. You do Jango Fett's blasters.
I don't know.
I don't know what his blasters sound like.
They're very unique.
I know, I don't play with Galaxy of Heroes on sound. Jeremy has to play all games with sound.
Look,
Gabe, no easy ones.
What do
you've
you
got-
say?
He said, make a Tusken Raider noise.
Yes, Tara, just do it for fan service. Come on. She does such a good job at it.
Very good.
You remember how excited you were to see Steve Downs wish you what? Gabe just
know.
got to do a request and you got to hear Tusken Raider.
And it didn't even take 22 hours.
Nope.
It's true.
Nope.
It's true.
Or cost $80 or whatever
Right.
it was.
Totally worth it. That is totally worth it. That's affordable compared to some of these other celebrities.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang, chat. Lots of chat. Okay, Brownie should take recordings of Carrie and Jeremy's sound effects to the soundboard.
See? It's funny.
Bwong. Picasso wants to know, do you think Boba's crime group will clash with any other legend crime organizations, Crimson Dawn, Black Sun, etc.?
So that's-
Crimson Dawn is malls now, right?
Yes.
I think, honestly, that
That could be 100% where they're going to go. So that's what I was saying.
I mean, that'd
was
be
like,
cool.
there's going to be a little bit of buildup. What's Gabe got?
Oh, Lord.
I said, damn, the accuracy was worth it.
But That's what I was saying earlier. Is I think okay, so it's gonna start off. There's gonna be some setup. Like obviously he's got Jabba's palace now or whatever. It's probably being like a world building, environment building, establishing character.
I'm imagining some heist type stuff where they're just like ripping off other crime people.
Yep. Or the Empire. Or
no, like
the
some
Empire
Sopranos level stuff, like the what's the new
Republic
guys? The new Republic's like investigating and is like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
I'm just over here on Tatooine, not doing nothing.
Yeah, that's
how Boba Fett sounds.
I could.
Hey, I'm Boba Fett. I drive a
Look
ship that
in
nobody
here.
knows what the name of it is no more.
I could plausibly see them bringing in Maul. I'm not going to be surprised.
I
if we
would
see Maul at this point.
100% be okay with bringing Ray Park in. And Ray
Yeah.
Park would 1,000% do it.
He's
Like-
still got his moves. I've seen the YouTube clips.
Yeah. And so I don't know who I was talking to, but Ray Park, I feel like he does just about anything that he can as Maul. Like he'll go to bookstores to do signings and stuff. I see a lot of people post stuff. And he just does these small little events to do signings for people and like just meet people and hang out with them.
You get a better experience like with the people that appreciate you in that setting instead of like 40,000 people at Comic-Con or something.
Right, exactly.
So Steve Downs, the Master Chief voice, the other thing I just saw was I was like, Kara! He was at a book signing or a toy store. He was at a toy store in Tempe, Arizona. Just 2 days ago or whatever, 2 or 3 days ago. And I was like, no, Kara, we could have met him. And then it was like the whole thing was leading me up to like looking him up.
Were you
on
guys in
Cameo.
Tempe 2 days ago?
No, but if I would have known, that would be like a fun, if you could plan around it, that'd be like a fun little getaway quick to run down there to meet someone.
Interesting. I was actually like talking about random like things that would be fun to do. I fell down a hole on YouTube. Do you know who Joe Walsh is?
Joe, no, he's not a quarterback.
No, that's Joe Montana.
I was thinking Joe Flacco.
Oh, Joe Flacco. Joe Walsh is he's a guitarist. He's a musician. He was in the Eagles. He did Rocky Mountain Way, other classic rock hits. And I was watching a YouTube video that talked about Guitar Center doing a series of like mini concerts, and Joe Walsh was one of them. I was like, heck yeah! So I started watching Joe Walsh videos.
See,
and then I ended up there's a couple of songs that I of his that I really particularly enjoy, so then I listened to those, and I was like, I wonder if he's doing any tour dates. So I went to his website, and the Eagles are on tour like right now, basically.
Really?
The problem is, so I saw them in 2004 in Duluth.
No way.
And it was amazing. The tickets were really, really expensive.
Of course they were. It's the Eagles.
The tickets, oh my God, are they expensive now? Like the cheapest possible ticket for the nosebleediest nosebleed seats is like $300.
Jeez.
Like they have some floor tickets left, like second row center, like really good
What
tickets.
are those, like $1,200?
They're like $2,000.
Holy dang!
And then of course Ticketmaster's like 15% processing fees. You're paying like another $600 processing on this ticket.
Jeez.
I was like, well, I guess I'm not doing that. I was like, I got to see them once and it was incredible. And like I got live concert DVDs and stuff like that. It's like that's my experience has been fulfilled, but like it would be cool to go and see them again. Mm-hmm. But it's just they're outrageously expensive.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Brad's chiming in. Yeah, he's a guitarist for the Eagles. Like so,
I was probably just twisting the night for Brad every time I said, "Oh, this is a quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens."
Yeah.
Right?
No. So he's so other like when he was like first like coming up in the world. Like he ended up opening up for the Who, and Pete Moon, who was the drummer for the Who at the time, notorious party guy. And I watched a video where he's telling a story. He's like, so there I was, whatever. And Pete Moon decided that we were going to be best friends, and I had to go along with it. And that's how I learned how to trash hotel rooms. And he told this story about how he bought a chainsaw and cut a hole in between two single rooms to make a double room.
Oh
and he's
my
like,
gosh.
and then from that point on, if I just showed up with the chainsaw, they'd give me a double room.
That is so funny.
It was hilarious. And he was talking about how Pete Moon used to make like basically like little mini explosives and flush them down the toilet, and he was like blew up somebody's bathroom.
Oh
on the floor
my
below.
gosh.
Oh my gosh. That's just
insane.
mean.
Yeah, Brad said they would toss hotels together. Yeah, they would just tear the place up. It's like the legit rock and roll lifestyle. It was incredibly interesting.
That's insane.
So yeah, I don't know that random Eagles. The Eagles are my favorite band of all time. So
Right. Well, so you were talking about how you went down like the Joe Walsh YouTube thing. That was what was happening to me. So then the next funny one, and that's how I remembered as soon as I saw her, I'm like, that's right. Jen Taylor's really good friends with Rooster Teeth because they have her come on all the time.
Yep.
And then when we were down there, but one of the funny ones, and I have not watched it yet, maybe tonight you and I could watch it, is they did Jen Taylor and Steve Downs were at a Comic-Con, and they were doing a panel, and somebody went up and said, will you do each other's lines? So then Steve Downs is reading Cortana lines, and Cortana's reading Steve's lines, and it's like, oh, I wanted to see. It's like you
pretty good.
That's how it gets you stuck, because it's like, oh, I got to see that. I got to see that. I got to see that.
It's so bad.
I got pulled in the other day because the stupid the girl who played Little Mermaid.
Oh,
Jodie Benson.
Yeah, she went to somebody's wedding and then sang a part of your world. And she's like,
got an amazing voice.
Unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
And she just pulls it out, and then the girl was doing like the same thing as like she was just like super excited, and then like singing a lyric here and there. It was really good. Then I'm going down rabbit holes on that, and
I actually recently rewatched Little Mermaid for the first time in a long time.
Such
like
a
I
good
enjoy the
movie.
movie.
it's good, yeah.
It had probably been 10 years since I had seen it. It's like, dang, this is such a good Under the Sea, of course, is like the showstopper or whatever, right?
Yeah.
All of the songs in that movie are great.
Yeah, they're all real good.
And that's what's so hard about like the new Disney movies is they just don't have the amount of hits. Aladdin, loved damn near every song.
Yep.
Lion King, so many good songs in Lion King. Beauty and the Beast has a bunch. It's like all of these songs.
all the classic era ones.
Mulan. I saw a guy, it was really funny. Somebody showed me, Derek showed me a TikTok video at work, and it was this guy, and he broke up with his girlfriend, and this is for a TikTok, remember? So she kicked him off the Disney Plus.
Oh.
And so he's like crying. He's like, you can take my microwave from the apartment, but you know I need Mulan to get through my day. He's like, you know I need to make a man out of me. Like, I listen to that. That's my anthem. And it's this black dude, and he's just crying, losing it
That's
over
so
the fact that
funny.
his girlfriend took away his Disney Plus. And I was like, as soon as you say Mulan, it's like so good. That's a shame on you, shame on your cow, right?
Shame on you, shame on your cow. Yeah, that's Mushu. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Or is it shame on your family, shame on your cow? I don't remember.
It's something like that. People understand.
Yeah.
But and then really,
And that's why I have to stay friends with you, otherwise I'll get kicked out the Disney Plus.
right. Well, so and then another big one on Cameo is I looked for Dave Filoni. He did not do one. Ashley
Really?
Eckstein used to do it, and then the person also has the option to donate all the proceeds directly to charity. And Ashley does it, but she's taking a breather, so she doesn't do it anymore. So it's kind of a thing where I would imagine. And then Femi Taylor, who there's the whole Star Wars Everyday background story about like us dealing with Femi Taylor. She was
You made
20.
that sound like it was a bad thing.
No,
She
it's
was
good.
obsessed with us. And we had to get a restraining order.
So she was $20. Take a guess what her new price is.
$22.
80.
Dang, okay.
She's $80 now. It's like I was gonna do one for 20.
Every
80,
once in a
80's a
while,
little expensive. That's Steve Downs level now here.
every once in a while, I get like Klaus, her boyfriend, will post stuff on Facebook, so I get a little glimpse into like what she's up to.
Well, then I'm
Interesting.
on her page, and she's like, she'll go to small cons. That's what's really neat about her.
Dulucon.
Yeah, we need to get her to
Seriously, we actually when the first year for DuluCon, I told them I was like, if we wanted to get a celebrity, I'm pretty sure Femi Taylor would probably be a fairly easy one to get.
I'm available.
come. Right.
I mean, yeah, we'll advertise Chris Brown is going to be at DuluCon.
And they'll be like, who's this white guy? Swanky says he's never seen either Mulan. You don't need to watch the live action one.
Don't
You can
watch the
skip
new
that.
one. Watch the original. So
That just
good.
makes me angry.
The new
The live
one.
action-
Well, that he hasn't seen it?
No.
I
The
mean,
live action.
yes, a little bit.
The whole point. I got to go there. The whole point of Mulan was that she's a strong, abled character and she works for it. And in the new live action one, they take all of her hard work away and they chalk it up to chi. So,
Really?
Yeah. So
More
now,
or less, yeah.
Yeah. So now, like before, she like uses her smarts. She'd do a scarf around it to climb the thing.
Well, that was
or
the
she
2
knocks
wrist
it
weights
over.
that you needed.
Okay, so she
and then
used-
she like so
Looped
because
it?
it was supposed to hamper your ability to climb the
Yep.
pole.
Now
Then
she
she
jumps
used-
on invisible air up to the top and like plucks it out. She uses chi to get up there. In the beginning of the movie, there's a chicken scene where like there's a chicken on the roof and she's trying to get it, and then, like she goes to fall. She like uses the chi to protect herself.
Oh,
no
so they
skill.
so she's Ray.
Yeah, she's Ray, right? Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yep. And they did the completely
Name's
removes-
Mulan.
Yep.
Mulan Skywalker.
And they took all the songs out of it. Like they made it occasionally like this little background instrumental kind of.
Oh.
And
I heard that like the three guys, like the angry guy, the skinny guy, and the
I
fat
love
guy
those
or whatever.
three.
Yeah.
Like I heard, like the thing that I heard a lot of people were complaining about is like they just sort of like just made them not in the thing at all.
They weren't really.
Well, then here's the other thing. We've talked about this. They keep hounding her on showering. They're like, when are you going to take a shower? So and so you stink. Like, you need to go. And so they make a big deal about her like having to go sneak off and get clean. They don't need to address it. We can do like, doesn't need to be addressed
At all.
Like, we know she's a woman hiding. There's so many other things.
Yeah,
that
like
they
we
can
got the
find out
one
about.
funny moment where like the guys are trying to bond with her in the animated movie, but even in that one, it wasn't necessary.
Nope.
Yeah.
And it was just it made me so frustrated because they're all like trying to call her out. Then like, she's in the lake and somebody shows up and it's just, it didn't need to be there. It's
Speaking of which, Kara, I think you need to take a shower. I'm just kidding.
I'm a new mom, okay?
Oh, I thought you were saying, I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
But then like even that
Aren't men
song.
supposed to smell bad across all this anyway?
If you're talking about Matthew McConaughey, sure.
Oh, yeah. He
He doesn't
doesn't
use deodorant.
Yeah, because he thinks that women are attracted to his
Natural
manly
musk.
musk.
I think that's like technically true.
But
No,
Outside
I'm
of the fact
sorry.
that
When a
he's-
man stinks, and I'm going to get far away.
she's gonna hose me out with the fire hose.
Pretty much.
Swanky says Grogu's giving him the evil eye.
Oh, Swanky? He's giving
He's
Swanky.
kind of peeking out from the corner over here. Just
He's
kind
like,
of.
what are you doing, Swanky?
Right. But no, the song from Mulan. I hope she cooks well. That's the big guy.
Yeah.
I love
I
that
couldn't
song.
care
Doesn't
about-
matter what she looks like. It all
only
depends
matters
on what she cooks like. Beef, pork, chicken.
I love that. Oh, is it good? It's so funny.
And then Mulan's like, "What? How about a girl who's got a brain, who always speaks her mind?" Nah.
See, this is the stuff that's burned into you.
It is. Oh, that was such a good movie. I need to watch that again.
Do you want to turn Grogu towards the couch?
Is he freaking out Swanky?
Yeah, apparently. He can't hurt you now. Now he's on timeout. That's
Is
what
that
you get for
better,
eating all those
Swanky?
macaroons.
So I am going to have to make a robotic Grogu now just to mess with Swanky. That
Yeah.
secretly wheels out from behind the chair when no one's touching him to like look at Swanky. I'm gonna take
at
pictures
him.
of him and he's gonna like pop up.
No.
I'm gonna hack
Here-
Swanky's
here's-
phone and
You
change his
need to
background
put
to
it behind your
Grogu.
chair so it just goes
Right.
right over
Something
your shoulder.
that's even easier is we'll just have Chris. You'll have a few frames that you can overlay.
Oh,
Since
yeah,
the
yeah.
set doesn't move,
Yeah.
we'll just have like him peek out from behind Jeremy's chair over there and
There you
like
go.
peek
Now you
out
ruined
from
the
right above
mysticism
here,
of
and
it.
you'll have to
Do
have
I
it like
still
a
have...
On Yoda Shrek?
Bernie.
I don't think... No, I don't have Bernie loaded in here
No,
anymore.
because it's in a new computer.
Oh, that's
compared to
right.
The laptop. Yeah. That one
That's
didn't
right.
make the-
No, it's funny. Is like I still have remote access on laptops. Every time it's on, it's like, I'm on my phone. It's like, oh, I can
Oh,
remote
yeah,
it. It's
yeah,
like,
right.
messing with your stuff.
Then I would think it would be those Instagram hackers.
Right.
Cam says, I guess I know what I'm watching after this tonight.
Mulan. It's on Disney
It's worth a
Plus.
watch.
Yeah,
it's only like an
so
hour and
good.
20 minutes long. So.
That's the other thing too I love about those old movies. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
well, I just love being able to watch. Sometimes I don't want to watch a movie that's 2 hours long or 2 hours and 20 minutes long. Like 120 minutes or less. Like 114 minutes. Some of
There's-
these ones are.
Yeah.
They go by so fast. I remember
Yeah,
being
90
a kid
minutes, yeah.
and thinking these movies were so long, and now
Yeah.
as an adult, I'm watching. I'm like, oh wait, it's over. Like,
Speaking of things that are so long, it'll take you so long to send us stuff to our P.O. box if you want us to see it because it comes incredibly slowly. But if you do want to send us stuff to the listener snail mail, it's P.O. Box 3110, Duluth, Minnesota, 55803.
That's right.
Just got to throw that out there. That's what's known in the biz as a segue.
Ooh. Segue into all the other things we have. We
my
have email.
goodness.
P.O.
Oh, okay.
box.
You want me to really go with that? Okay. So also, if you want to send us something a little bit faster, you can send an email and tell us a Star Wars story or something that means something to you. And we'll talk about it on the podcast. Just contact at riseofthepodcast.com. Swanky wants to know if we got the deer repellent yet. I meant my fan mail.
For those of you who don't know, poor
gotten
Brooks.
that yet.
Brooks, poor making the other guy puke.
oh man.
Mail delivery guy puke. But so tonight's whole thing started because of Halo. My dad got that helmet and turned into segued into a really good anniversary gift.
That was an amazing anniversary gift.
How fun was that?
That was
and not to
amazing.
mention, she also is getting a set of Ahsoka lightsaber, a necklace made by Rock Love, the same person who makes her ring.
My Ahsoka ring.
Didn't you break one of those?
No, this
The
one,
enamel.
the enamel's chipped out in the bottom of it.
Oh.
It's a common problem with the rings, I guess. And there's actually a specific nail polish that they say you can fill it in with.
Interesting. Gabe says he's going to send one next week. I don't know if that means he's going to snail mail an email.
I got to snail mail Gabe some stuff. We still have that hot chip if you're ever interested.
That's probably just going to kill him outright because of how old it is at this point.
Well, no, it's fine.
I mean, it's hermetically
fine.
sealed. That doesn't mean that it's going to stop it from becoming radioactive or anything.
Or stale. We can just have the box and the chip as a memento.
I don't think it's going to be stale. I mean, that thing's sealed tight.
Yeah, and if you're worried about the staleness of that chip, you're probably not considering the worst parameters of it.
Yeah, I'd rather have it be stale than have it absolutely destroy my innards.
So for the Discord, I was trying to be involved. So Monday I had the day off. And I was working on, there you go. I was working on a project and I was like, all right. I get yelled at for not participating on Discord enough. Chris is always like, hey, you gotta be on Discord. So I was like, all right. I'm putting in a window and take pictures of this stuff. So we had some fun. I had to figure out how to get the window weights out. And so old windows actually had weights inside the wall to counterweight the window.
Gravity was
And
weaker
so
back in the past.
I'm still holding on to these things and throwing them outside. Swanky was like, oh, people used to take those and melt them down and make lead bullets out of them. Did we go offline?
Yep.
No.
Gabe wants to know if the chip will give him superpowers. Is this reconnected to the stupid church? It is. Ugh. You want to
Just
check
have
the phone?
Yeah.
I was just forget the church,
Well, I need it for when
Not.
Jeremy's not here.
I suppose.
Bonk.
Can't connect to this network. Why? Why can you not? Oh,
You want to try
boy.
mine now?
Hotspots on and discoverable. Oh, there we go. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, we got F's in the chat.
We have what?
Chat's coming through. Swanky put an F in the chat.
Uh-huh.
Someone forgot to charge their phone. No, that's not the case.
Are we back?
Yes, but are we on the stupid church network? We are.
So in other words,
I'm
we're
trying to
drop
switch back to my
5
phone.
million frames.
All right, we're back. We're back on my phone.
We're back on your phone. Are we back?
Says that we. Well, no, we don't have any connection on. This is always the worst part of the. We cannot move soon enough.
I know.
When do we close?
The 23rd. I don't care what protocols you have to break. I don't care if you have to go AWOL. I don't care if you have to quit the whole military. You're signing on the 23rd.
Oh, I'm signing on that day. Trust me.
Come on.
Am I on the loan?
Okay,
or
it just
you?
reconnected.
Oh, I suppose it's.
All right. We're back. Brad's giving a countdown. Hotspot in 3, 2. Jeremy lost the pulse of the internet.
Yep.
Well, we're
Dang
back.
it.
You don't want to throw this back in the window?
Yeah, I can.
I have no idea why that disconnected.
Should we brag about what else we're on now?
On crack? I mean, like, it's cool, but only if you live within, like, 5 miles of here.
Well, they could watch it. They could figure out a way to get streamy legal cable TV. They could watch the episodes without lag issues.
Yeah, that's
wouldn't be
true.
live.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So he says, so this hot chip y'all were talking about. We basically got to the end of that.
Well, no, we had done the hot chip episode. I bought a spare, and we're gonna send it to Gabe.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I
For
still have
episode
it.
300, we'll get it to him.
Right?
Yeah, no, so our local cable access channel is now airing reruns of Rise of the Podcast 4 times a week.
How cool is that? I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
It means something.
And did you say we're like 2 p.m. on Saturday or something like that?
It's Thursday and Saturday, basically like midnight, and then Thursday is 7 p.m. and Saturday is 2 p.m., 2:06.
We got like 2 primetime slots. 2 awesome
Solid.
slots. I'm
Yeah, like I was joking with my sister. It's like all those old ladies trying to catch the church reruns are going to be forced to watch us instead.
oh, right.
Exactly.
So
Do they get any type of knowledge of like how many people are watching Cat 7 or any type of feedback?
there's got to be a ratings breakdown and stuff because that stuff comes up like You want to talk about some boring stuff.
We don't get too far into it, but yeah.
But yeah, there's you get Nielsen reports and stuff like that if you're operating a television thing or whatever they have access to.
What we should do, and I don't expect to get a whole lot, but either on the Discord or in an email, I'm very, very excited for the new set. It's gonna solve a lot of issues. We're gonna have the good internet connection. It's gonna be you're gonna be hardwired in.
You guys are gonna see us in 8K somehow.
8K,
I'll find a
right?
way to upscale this baby.
You're not gonna have corners in the set anymore. We're gonna have. I think we can just do a better, softer light setup. So the lighting's gonna be better.
Well, if we can fix the other chair, we could do, the couch in the middle, 2 chairs on the side. So if we have guests, we can have multiple guests.
We can have 4 guests, right? We could even do as many as we want, technically,
Well,
It would be 4 people total. You could have 2 guests.
So it'd be 2 guests.
Yeah, 4 people total, 2 guests.
Yep.
I'm excited for what we're gonna have the capability of doing. So
Both Cam and Gabe said that it's awesome that we're airing on local television.
it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's like you guys have been with us for how long, and you got to like watch us grow, and we're gonna be going into the next step now. This is literally like we've watched Rooster Teeth, and we've got stage 1, stage 2, so that'd be stage 3.
Yeah, I guess technically it'd be stage 3.
I mean, Brad saw it when it was stage 1,
And nothing else.
stage 2. Oh, well, yeah, that's right. We were only over
the
there because
first-
Annie had this as her craft
that's right.
area. Still, this was a craft area.
You guys don't know
mean-
the sadness too. I mean, you've seen I gotta put it all back. We are really, really grateful for the opportunity to use this space like we have. It existed because we have access to this space.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like having a turnkey operation is the reason why we've been able to come down here and be consistent with putting out episodes, because we had a space where you don't have to set stuff and tear it up and down. And could you imagine having to like come and set this up every week? It
No.
would never have existed.
Yeah, we would have done like 5 episodes, and then it'd be like, this is stupid. Let's not do this anymore. But now because it's easy, we can be stupid and not have to work hard.
Yep. So that's really cool. Anyways, so the whole point I was saying on Discord or on email, it takes a community to Pixar gets in a room and they all put their heads together to come up with ideas for their story, and they get criticism and feedback, and they all keep each other in check. There's things you guys want to see us do, like a segment that you'd like to see, like have us pound home. Because we used to do like Star Wars leaks, but if there's a segment you want to see,
I mean, we still do Star Wars leaks, and I remember.
you want to see like this, like something on the set, or something that you'd like to see, like Kara play music or something, or like a music area, or more guests or less guests, or only guests and Kara and I are gone. Let us know, like write to us in the Discord.
I think it would be cool, like, to incentivize people to watch live if we did have like a post-show type of thing for like 15 or 20 minutes after the fact. It's like you don't get to see it in the like polished version, whatever. It's just like only if you watch the live thing you get like whatever this bonus thing is. I've been trying to figure out what that could be, but
well, and so Restream is fun because like the chat comes up on the screen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun if there was something a little bit more interactive too, where like people, like every single person who comments, they're going to be on Cat 7. Like,
that's true.
They're involved, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
So it'd be fun to figure out a way to like incorporate somehow.
Gabe wants a segment called This Week on Movie/TV Sound Effects. Done by Kara.
Oh, Lord. I mean, it was a pretty mean Tuscan Raider, right?
Cam says we should definitely have a post show.
We've
Brad
done
says
a
when
couple.
we get emotes, it'll be more interactive. Same with channel points and stuff. Yeah, there's a like. Once we can start doing extra streams,
That's all on Twitch,
That's all
right?
on Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get our Twitch numbers up.
I mean,
Like-
right now it's Brad and Swanky, right?
Oh, there's other people that are in there.
Are there?
Well, what's funny to me is we get a lot of actual random traffic from people stopping in on Twitch. They like
Yeah.
pop in
That's
and
true.
pop out.
That's true.
But yeah, I repaid for Restream today, the ability to hit multiple things.
So yeah, like because because we got Facebook. I know that Gabe uses Twitch, so like it probably wouldn't be too big of a deal. But like getting everybody to migrate to one spot would be kind of tough. But that might just be a Band-Aid we have to rip off at some point and be like, you're just going to here or whatever. So like,
Well, if we had the bandwidth for it, we can stream out to multiple places without needing Restream.
Jeremy,
But
lean this way. Keep leaning all the way towards me. Just towards me. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep
this seems dangerous.
Ow! How? What'd you do that for?
Swanky told me to. It
Oh, you're so funny. See? It's that.
What? How did I miss that?
was on Discord.
Oh my gosh. That's the power of joining the Discord, folks. You can make Kara mess with Jeremy.
Jeremy was so confused. You guys see that? He was like, what?
I was very confused too.
Oh, I thought I was gonna have to pull the old line. You can pick your nose. You can pick your friend. You can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
You can pick your nose, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Swanky did the old end around.
Yeah. So that.
Brad wants to shock Jeremy out. That's what we should charge 50 cents for.
Yeah. Shock me live.
Yes.
Yep.
See, that's the type of fun like crowd interaction.
So here's
live
what
stream.
you do. For the lowest setting, it's 50 cents. And then as you go up, it increases by 50 cents.
So here's the question.
Brad alleges to have picked his friend's nose. I don't know if that's actually true.
Chip has picked my nose.
We picked Chip's nose.
We have.
We have a booger hook.
We do.
We use to like
The old booger hook.
we use to clean his nose out.
I got Chip with the old booger hook today.
Gabe had a nice quote.
Oh,
comment
Gabe
there.
says the secret to grow in Twitch is to stream for less than an hour so it raises the average viewer rating. Interesting.
Okay.
So
well-
we should keep that in mind when we do spin out like
When we do the Nuzlocke and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, different challenges.
Just Swank wants to know if Jeremy has a story about being shocked. You apparently weren't here.
Oh, yeah.
For the 100th episode.
Which one? So like I'll tell a couple quick because we got a couple minutes to burn. So Swanky, some fun things. I used to just randomly update outlets in houses of people I know. So one time we had a really good time. We each held my friend's leg, and then I would touch the hot, and then my friend would touch the neutral. And if you just touch one and you don't complete the circuit, nobody gets shocked. Okay. So then what we did is our friend came in and we each grabbed his leg, and we grabbed his leg that completed the circuit. Well, the real shocking point would be where it like was the weakest going from my hand to his leg. So that's where a majority of the shock would hold. So we like zapped him through his leg. So it would go up his leg, down around, and then back down. So he got zapped everywhere. I mean, when I always wire hot and everybody think, but I do. But I used to
and it
use
kills
like,
me.
you know, in like Home Alone or whatever, when they like put the big rubber glove, like like kids put comical rubber gloves on for cleaning or whatever. That's how I would used to wire outlets. I was like, oh, the rubber gloves will protect me, which I think they did, or at least I never touched wires. But I mean, the first time I ever got shocked, I was dealing with these old wires, and they have a memory because they've been around an outlet for so long. So I had the neutral, and then I put the neutral, and then I had the hot, and I moved the hot off to the side, and then while I was working with the neutral and trying to put it on the new outlet, it like sprung back really close to the back of my hand. And I looked at it and thought, you bugger, you're supposed to stay off to the side. If you touch me, I'm gonna get blah, 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 blah. And I got shocked because I went to grab it and put it back while holding on to the neutral. So I was like, oh man, it was, that was one of them. I mean, my mom got shocked. The polarity, so the big plug and the little plug, the little side of the plug, if you don't have a grounding plug, the little side's hot and the big side's neutral. Well, some plugs, like a phone charger, go in either way, right? Because it takes AC and converts it to DC. So then it doesn't matter. There's no polarity. Mm-hmm. But if you wire an outlet and you change like a 2-prong outlet to a 3-prong outlet, but then you hook up the positive and the neutral backwards, the thing will still work, but the polarity is reversed. So on a refrigerator in the house we had, somebody wired the outlet wrong. Wasn't me. And
Brad says Thomas Edison over here.
the polarity was reversed on the plug for the refrigerator. So if you touched the shell of the fridge, it was actually hot. You had to touch something ground in order to complete the circuit. So my mom was leaning up against the radiator or the refrigerator, and she touched the radiator, and the radiator, of course, it works as a ground. So she got a really bad shock through the refrigerator because it was wired reverse. And so that's like an example of...
You've proven you have stories about being shocked.
Oh, lots
Much
of
less
them.
about I thought you were going to go to getting shocked with the dog collar on the pod.
Well, that's simple. That's just
But-
a little like, that's easy. I'll get shocked with a
On
dog
our 100th
collar.
podcast, we brought our dog collar in to shock Jeremy with, but
It
it's
didn't
been
work. Go back and check out episode 100.
Yeah,
Swanky.
it's been so long since we used that one; it was dead. So Al brought in his dog
Fresh
shock
one.
collar that goes up to 80, and Jeremy on our 100th episode shocked himself at the highest setting, along with eating that hot chip.
I think that was in the 90s somewhere. I don't think we'd even... It was for getting 300 subs that we did that. It wasn't...
Oh, it was 300 subs.
You're right.
David posted, because I was talking like moving everybody. He posted, "I'm here from Facebook and here from Twitch and here from YouTube."
Yes, David.
Way to boost our numbers, yo.
And Swanky says, "I've got shock stories too. You should send those in a listener mail."
Listener mail. Listener mail will read, on the podcast, which is really fun. Unless you say don't read.
Yeah, if you just want to share a personal story with us for us to appreciate in our own private, I don't know, I'm running out of words. But Cam says 120s tickle, 480 or 4160 are nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Like those are industrial levels.
Yep.
I would imagine would not be fun to play with. Or I guess it would be fun to play with. It wouldn't be fun to get zapped by. But okay, so I had a dream last night, and I want to talk about this. So I used to work at this gas station. You used to work there with me.
Yep.
And I've had a similar dream to this before, where for some reason I had to go back and work there.
Oh yeah,
those are the worst dreams.
Great, you have a lot. You have too many of those dreams. I'm just saying.
I feel like I've had so many jobs that I've absolutely hated in my life, and that's like the number one thing that I don't want to do is just have a job that I hate. I like the job that I have now, and I don't want to lose it. But if they wanted to give me a raise, that'd be nice. But so I was back working. I was working midnights, and people were coming in. And the number one thing for some reason that like stresses me out is because tobacco products change all the time, and they would change where they were in the store all the time.
Yep.
And people would ask for something, and I would have no idea where it was. And then they're like getting angry because I'm like, I don't know where that is, and it's like taking me a second to look for it or whatever. And like people were getting mad, and it was. Overnights in general were fairly slow except for on the weekends. Right. And there are some weekends that are just like insanely busy.
Deer opening.
Exactly. And it was one of those things where like it felt like my dream lasted an entire 8-hour shift.
No.
And I'm just getting my butt kicked constantly by this rush of people. And I remember I was trying to do cash drop because you have to try and keep the cash levels down. Mm-hmm. And the freaking safe wasn't working, so I had a gajillion dollars in this thing, and I was super paranoid someone was gonna rob me. And then there were these people that are hassling me for these super specific cigarettes or something, and I had no idea where they were. I was finding stuff that was similar or the right brand, but not what they wanted. And they were freaking out. They're like, "Oh, I didn't want the hard pack. I wanted the soft pack," stuff like that.
Oh, I forget about all of those little nuances.
And I do too for the most part. Until my brain is like, "No, this is super important to really make you feel bad about yourself."
I have some fun memories from the gas station, and so Chris is absolutely right. You had to keep the till constantly. It was doing a drop. You take the money out, you put it in, and then you drop it. And then, but the thing about cigarettes is when I worked at the gas station, I remember I was shocked. I thought it was an unbelievable amount of money. Cigarettes were $3.95. Camels were $3.95 and Marbs were $4.15. Somewhere right in that ballpark.
When I started, Camels were $2.90.
Jeez. So somebody came in from New York and they're buying tons and tons of cigarettes, more than I didn't know if I could sell them this many. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Oh, I'm just passing through." But New York, they're $8 a pack. And now, what are they now? They're that here.
They're
right?
like 10 or 11 a pack.
That's so much money. But then I remember all the stupid nuances. People had to have Marb no filter, soft pack, hundreds. Just all the different things that they would. And then if we didn't have them, either the soft packs we hardly ever sold.
Yep.
But they'd either be old and then people would take them and get mad, or he'd be out and wouldn't be restocked, and they'd be super mad if they didn't have them.
Yep.
But man, how picky people over on the different types of smokes.
Yep. Yeah, it was ridiculous. That was just in particular it got to the end of the shift and nothing was resolved. Whoever the manager person, some figure that I made up in my brain.
Type in chat if you've deer hunted, because I have, but I just don't believe the activity at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah.
On deer opening weekend. It was a herd of people that, I don't know, they just don't have any respect for each other. It's just mass chaos in a gas station at 3 a.m. on deer hunting.
Well, yeah, and you get a bunch of people in giant trucks with trailers with
What's
quads
one
on
thing
them
you
and
never
stuff.
have to do? Normally, you don't have to keep the hot stuff overnight. You got to get put freaking hot dogs on the rollers. You're putting out hot food for everybody. You're, at 3 a.m, coffee's getting drained constantly. You cannot possibly make it. It's not like there's enough grounds in existence to supply deer hunting opening.
Yeah, you can make one pot at a time, and we had 4 total pots, and they were all getting just hemorrhaged.
Yes. Did you guys get swamped at Wendy's?
All the time. Are you kidding me?
Kara's like,
Yeah.
noobs. That's
Yeah.
any bus sporting event for us.
We got buses at the gas station.
Buses
too.
were the worst.
Especially, so
I
some
worked
would
fast
courtesy.
food too. I've lived through
Yeah,
the buses.
some courtesy would call you guys, right?
Very rarely. Some would, but I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of
most
times
don't.
it'd just be like you'd see a bus pulling in. You'd kind of squint to make sure there are people in the bus because occasionally a bus would pull in and literally it'd just be the bus driver.
yeah.
But I mean, you start to see those kids pile off. It would be like you dumped a few bags of chicken nuggets down because that's what they'd get a lot. And then
Yeah.
you'd slap down a bunch of of the smaller patties for the 99-cent burgers and stuff like that because that's the other thing they'd buy. And lots of fries.
Yep.
Fries, nuggets, and
Kara's just
the
dropping right back in.
burgers.
Do you ever have a dream where you're sitting there and you're like lifting bowls of chili and
I've had dreams working back at Wendy's. I had one dream I was working at Wendy's and there was a dragon trying to attack me.
what?
Yeah.
See,
It was
there's never a
weird.
fantastical element to mine. It's always just me having a stress dream about working a crappy job that I
Were
hate.
you tired after waking up? Like, I feel
Yeah.
if I had a dream of Wendy's, feeling like I worked an 8-hour shift, like it literally felt like that, I would wake up and be like, I'm not doing anything today. I'm calling in sick to work. I can't do this. I can't work
Already
a double.
worked.
I can't work a double.
Already worked. She can't work anymore. She already worked. Yeah, the worst, I don't really have any bad job dreams or whatever, but I do have the sometimes wake up and I have a lingering feeling like I have a deadline that's overdue for a homework project.
Oh, I get those,
Those
too.
are bad.
And
too.
those are just oh,
Those are stressful.
yeah, I got to get this assignment in or I got to do this or that.
Cam says buses with only 2 people closing at McDonald's was a nightmare. Yeah, those.
And here's the thing, the buses would always show up close to closing. So
Oh yeah, it's McDonald's or Wendy's is the only choice. Better stop there.
yeah, Wendy's the dining room closes at 10, drive-through at 10:30 when I worked there. And a lot of times the buses would pull in at 9:15, 9:30, and they'd all come into the dining room, obviously. And I was like, oh.
Yep.
I saw a meme the other day of a guy and it's they're smiling, they're looking, and it says your face when a customer goes to grab the door and it's locked and you just locked it.
Do you know how many times I did that? I was a manager for probably 8 years at Wendy's, I think it was.
Whoa, way to flex.
Yeah.
Anyway, and if it was
Kara being Fire Nation, she just used fire to cook her own fire bending to cook the chicken nuggets.
no, we would see people pull into the parking lot at 9:58, and I would whip out there so fast. I would lock those doors as fast as I possibly could because I did not want to serve a customer. Here's the thing: if they show up at 9:58, they're probably going to sit inside and eat. And they're going to be in there for 15 minutes, and you need all of that time to vacuum and mop the floors and get everything completely done if you're going to be done on time with everybody else.
Yep.
Was there a fun comment that came through?
Oh well, so we got a couple here. So Brad said he learned how to lucid dream. So when things go wrong like that, I switch it up. That's got to be
Oh
convenient.
man, that's sick.
Then Swanky says Dave Thomas ain't got nothing on Kara. Then Brad said. Talking about Kara using her Fire Nation powers to cook the stuff, he said, and Jeremy used his breath.
No, so what did Brad say the first time?
Lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming. That was one thing I'd heard about in a podcast, and people who can do it. It just blows my mind because you can realize you're dreaming, and then you can take control and then do whatever you want to do and actually control your dream.
The worst part about whether or not it's the classic school homework late thing is it's I'm in college and I realize that I haven't gone to this class all semester and now I need to take the final test type of thing. The big problem with all of these scenarios for me is even if it's something I don't care about, working at a crappy gas station job, I still don't want to be seen as incompetent.
Right.
Right.
And so that's this big driving thing. It's I could give a crap less about having that particular job.
Right.
But if I'm there and I'm doing the work, I want it to be known that I'm doing it correctly.
Right.
And so the part that always killed me was the part where they're you don't know what you're doing type of thing. It's you don't know where these cigarettes are.
That was even working at the AutoZone selling car parts. People come in and they're giving me incorrect information. Oh, come on! If I look it up myself, I'd find it. No, you You don't have a 96 Chevy. You actually have a 98. I did not sell you the wrong part. I did not grab you the wrong part. I didn't sell you the wrong part. You don't know what you're doing. And the poor women or significant other that get sent by their spouse to like,
just go pick up this part for me.
and they come in and they're completely clueless and they're like, here's what he told me to, whatever.
Yep.
Oh man, that was so frustrating. But the weird dreams that I get, and we'll wrap up on this, is the exterior world will influence my dreams. And that's when I know that I'm dreaming, but I hate it because then I'm aware that I'm going to be waking up soon. So here's a couple things that happen. If I sleep on my side, sometimes my arm will go numb because the way that I'm like leaning on it, it pinches the nerve and my arm goes completely numb. So then I'll have a dream about not having use of that arm. Then I freak out because then it's like, when I wake up, I'm gonna have to deal with the dead arm. And I like think about that because then when I wake up, I can't I sleep on my arm so long, my fingers will like roll back because they're dead and then my wrist will be limp. And I'm sitting there.
Your arm feels so heavy, like when you try to,
I hate it.
I do too.
And then there's that minute where the transition between having feeling and not having feeling, that little changeover where everything is super tingly and on fire.
Yep.
It's like,
and you have no grip strength whatsoever.
No grip, you have nothing. That thing, and then alarms. I used to have like a alarm.
You still do.
No,
Your alarm is obnoxious on your phone.
I have like 15 alarms, and some of them are music, and some of them are.
I have the Mandalorian theme song.
That would never wake me up.
It's nice. It's just I used to wake up to my alarm used to just be my phone vibrating.
But instead of it being an alarm, I'll be like in snoozy dreamland, and now I'm on a sub, and the sub's going.
Yep.
Or, like you're in an airplane and then like your wing starts on fire and you get eject. Or I get these stupid, stressful merges of dream and reality. And that's what chaps my butt.
So Swanky says, I have tinnitus, so I leave the TV on while I'm going to sleep so the ringing doesn't drive me nuts. Lots of times whatever's going on bleeds into my dreams.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
I've definitely had, like, you talk about like outside world influencing, like there's like a primacy thing for me sometimes, like, not all my dreams are insane dreams of me having to work crappy jobs.
Right.
But like if I was watching like a murder mystery or something, I'll have a dream about being like a homicide investigator. If I want whatever, it's like if there whatever the most recent thing that was like activating my brain will end up taking over, and that'll be like whatever my dream is about.
Right.
So like similar to like I don't know if I've ever had something where it's like if I was watching it and like started bleeding in or whatever, maybe I suppose, but something like just similar along, sort of like a hybrid of both of those things going on. But I think we're out of time.
We are out of time.
And as such,
who made the last comment?
Swanky says, I could see Brownie as a late 40s crime detective.
I have another fun comment game too. Another thing we can add. We should start having like a leaderboard. We can have a leaderboard. Previous episodes, most comments, and we can have because they did the Pokemon Go raid things. Yeah. We can have the last comment. So next week we'll do a shout out to Swanky for getting the last comment. I mean, the episode's not over.
Yeah,
you want to steal Swanky's thunder.
Yeah, so before this screen comes up, whatever the last comment is before that screen comes up, we'll do a shout out next week. Yeah, we'll feature.
There you go.
There we go. All
right, that's a cool idea. All right, well, so if you've made it this far into the video, congratulations, you've made it to the end of the video. So go ahead and give it a like if you want to see more content like this in the future. We appreciate it. Comment down below with any crazy dream you guys have had.
I just want to say the comments the best day of my life.
Oh my goodness.
You guys are awesome.
Subscribe if you're not already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time we go live or post a new video. It's fun hanging out with us live. Apparently chat's going insane. I'm going to keep on stalling for time to see how this is going to go on. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course,
may the force be with you.